Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Purna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, Jagatpade, Gopisha, Gopi Kanta, Radha. Jagat?
This is more of a not as much of a question, but I wanted to see if you could speak more on something you mentioned in your class last time in Guanajuato. You're saying Krishna and devotion exist eternally, and that the personification of this devotion is Radha. So is this saying that we as Jiva souls are a collection, as a collection we are, Radharani is a collection of all of Jivas?
No, that's just like the sun is not a collection of all the sunlight, is it? It's not a collection. This light did not make the sun. The sun made the light. Clear? Mm-hmm. Sun made the light. Now there's light in the sun. But this sun over here, this sunlight over here is a product of the sun. So overall, living entities are part and parcel of Krishna, just like sun rays are part of the sun. But they don't make the sun. The sun emanates those. So all living beings emanate from Krishna. And they are categorized in such a way that you could say, not to the public, but you could say amongst devotees, we're part and parcel of Radharani, because she is the devotional energy. And we are also of that devotional energy. But it's generally not expressed in that way. It's generally expressed that we're part and parcel of Krishna, just like the sun rays are part and parcel of the sun. But Radharani is the source of devotion. There cannot be devotion, even in the living entity, without the touch of Radharani. Krishna is one, he divides himself to become two. One is the receiver, one is the giver. We are part and parcel of Krishna, but we are of that energy of Radharani. Small. We can offer service to Krishna. But without the touch of Radharani, then we cannot offer service to Krishna. So that's like a subtle point. First, and I say first because you're in first stage. I was just saying, my gosh, we were 3 years at Govindaji Gardens before Jagat was born. I mean, you're bigger than me, but you're a newbie, boy. You're a newbie. Everything and all in time. In the beginning, I couldn't understand, what does it mean? What is this transcendental? What do you mean? And I just used to fry my brain some of the things, little things, transcendental. Couldn't wrap my head around it. So don't try to rush ahead. Just go ahead with a good strong stride, and gradually everything comes into clear view. So maybe, I'm searching for the words right now, but I'm not getting that. But somewhere in one of the articles that I wrote in the past, I covered this point about the living entity and Srimati Radharani. It might have been in relation to, so someone says, so you said without the touch, where is that touch? What do you mean touch? What is that? Is that just a poetic expression, or is there some reality to that? No, there's reality to that. And that is Shraddha. Your faith in Krishna is the investment of Radharani in every living entity. Without that, you cannot serve Krishna. You cannot serve Krishna. It's just like without consciousness, nothing lives. So growth is a symptom of life. So anything that grows has a soul. Animals grow, plants grow, birds grow, snakes grow. Everything that grows has life. Life means a soul. Even it is said that some stones are growing, and therefore there's consciousness there in a very dense, covered, darkened state. Crystals grow. They say that yogis sometimes enter stones or like crystals and things like this in order to benefact. Of course, also ghosts can do that. Other non-divine entities can do that. Yeah, the Himalayas are growing. Krishna says of mountains I'm Meru, or what immovable objects I'm the Himalayas are. But they're growing due to a different process. They're not really growing. It's just like you take a bunch of sand and push it together, and you couldn't say, oh, that sand is growing. It's not growing, I'm pushing it together. So the tectonic plates, one is hitting another and it's pushing the Himalayas up. That's different. Crystal actually grows. It grows just like the root of a tree. Marble, I believe, grows also. So that's the destiny of who are those souls? Those are the Buddhists. It's the closest thing to nothing. The slowest. There is no nothing. It doesn't exist. Even in science, there is no absolute vacuum. There is no such thing as an absolute vacuum. They can make a vacuum in a machine and everything, but it's not absolute. At a nano level, there's still something there. Air is there because air is in the very wall of whatever makes the vacuum. There's a rubber bag, a steel container, or whatever. There's air there. So it's not an absolute vacuum. Yeah. I was just thinking about the experiment of ether and sound. You could say in devotion, we're part and parcel of Srimati Radharani. Because she is the devotional aspect of Krishna. We're thinking two entities. Two entities. And we always think of them as two. Krishna is God. Well, guess what? So is Radharani. She's the Supreme Personality of Godheadess. That is written one time by Prabhupada, those exact words. It's in a 1953, I think 1953, Back to Godhead magazine, when it was printed like a newspaper, and there's an article, and in that article he calls Radharani the Supreme Personality of Godheadess. But, when we in a temple, or you see a picture of Radha and Krishna, or you just hear of Radha and Krishna, and all the focus is on Krishna. And especially when you're talking to people, Krishna. Oh, you believe in God? Yes, we believe in God. Who is that? Krishna. We don't say Radha Krishna. We just say Krishna. Because Krishna went on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, not Radharani. And preaching means the battlefield. Of what? Against ignorance, against atheism, whatever, all these different things. So that which is most sublime, it's just like in the culture. The enemy comes, we don't say, okay, ladies, get the frying pans and the butcher knives, we're going to go out and do battle. That isn't the culture of at least ancient civilization. Nowadays, they want the women to go in the army and drive tanks and get blown up, and then they all start crying and everything. Oh, there's blood. But women are not suited for the battlefield. And so that which is sacred, that which is the feminine, is protected. So we don't drag the personality of Radharani, her name, her position, all these things. We don't drag that out there and wave it around the face of the atheist. You follow?
Yes.
I didn't say. But if there's something, and I would hope that there's something that you don't understand, well, that's totally natural. When you enter physics, you don't just grasp every principle that comes out. You have to build your understanding of physics or any deep science or medicine, how it works. And for example, medicine, what's it called? Neurology, that's the study of the brain. That's still a big mystery. That's still a mystery. Remember I said there's people who don't even have brains that are functioning in the world. That's how it's just a mystery. Well, in Krishna consciousness, everything is just not, oh, that's on page 33. Oh, that's on page 164. Some things are beyond the pages. In fact, the pages are just to launch you into orbit. The Shastra is not the final word. That's your final boost. It's up to you to soar.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey Krishna, Purna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, Jagatpade, Gopisha, Gopi Kanta, Radha